Well, ladies and gentlemen, this story here today, I want to share the story. This gentleman on today's show, a longtime client, great person, he has grown his business.
Yeah, we're at 578.34% growth from 2019 to 2023.
Let me repeat that. Let me try again. So today's guest is a beautiful man, and I believe he's grown his business by what percentage, Sean?
578.34%.
It is impressive, and I don't know if it's more impressive it's him or it's the products he builds. He builds these incredible houses, and this guy is really decided to take his love of building high-end, beautiful homes. I mean, it's like art meets construction, and he's decided to turn his passion into a career, into a business, and we're super excited to have him on today's show. Again, this is the founder of SkyHouseCompany.com, the founder of SkyHouseCompany.com. Jeff Pell, welcome onto the Thrive Time Show. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
So tell us right now, with your business, I'm going to pull up your website just so our listeners can know you're not a hologram here. What kind of things do you build at SkyHouseCompany.com?
Can you hear us, Jeff?
Did I lose you?
Broke up on me a little bit there.
Oh, sure. Well, what kind of things for the listeners out there that maybe don't know who you are or what you do? What kind of products do you build?
We build one-of-a-kind houses that typically involve architects and interior designers for clients that really want to be intentional with pretty much every nook and cranny of their house. And we typically build that type of house on the side of mountains with long-range views.
Wow. And so this house here, you just built this house on the side of a mountain. Let me pull this up real quick here. Can you tell our listeners as we get prepared to play this clip here, tell us about this house once the clip comes up, and tell us kind of the work that went into it, and just kind of walk us through this project.
Yeah, this was a pretty neat project. It had an existing house on the lot, and it basically, you'll see here in a second, it drops off to a sheer cliff that overlooks the Blue Ridge Mountains and the gorge that's hundreds of miles away. You can see Charlotte on clear nights. So it was a challenging, fun job site to fit everything in such tight quarters with getting building materials and all that around the house. But really cool house to try to work with the existing setbacks with the town, try to create and maximize the view, as well as they were interested in what we would call a generational home with the building materials, the building science behind it, the performance of the exterior materials, to where you have real low maintenance and durability, that this house could be handed down to the family for generations, and everybody can enjoy it, the quality of it, versus it's, a house getting handed down to the kids, and there's so much money involved in repairs and updates to it that they end up, getting rid of it.
Wow, this is a gorgeous project. Let's look at another one, because this is what you do. I mean, we talk here on the Thrive Time Show a lot of times about helping clients and helping them to grow their business, but I like to showcase the work you do, because you do incredible work here. Let's pull up this one here. This is more of a 3D thing where I have to do kind of a 3D look there. So let me
three levels to it.
Let me go in here, and I'm in here exploring. I'm gonna go to the kitchen. We'll just start there. Tell us about this house here. What's this house, and where was this house originally constructed?
This house is up in a development in Eagles Nest, where we do it's kind of a booming development in the area. Lots of construction going on, and this is for a local architect that it's that I have a special relationship with, that is actually retiring in a month or two. So this will be one of his last projects that he will have done. So teamed up with that architect and the interior designer, and we're able to give these guys really a full package feel of a mountain retreat, where kind of the rustic mountain design clashes with some contemporary modern elements. It still feels warm, and just has an overall great relaxing vibe.
Wow, this is just, I mean, incredible work you do there. And again, Jeff, for people who haven't been to your website, the website we've got here is skyhousecompany.com. Now, Sean, you've had the pleasure of working with Jeff here for quite a while. So, Jeff, how did you initially hear about us there, sir?
How did I hear about you guys? I believe Sean gave me a call. It might not have been Sean.
I think it was Kendall, actually. Kendall Pope. Yeah.
Really?
Shout out to Kendall Pope. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. So, and then we've had an opportunity to work with you for how many years now, sir?
What are we, 5 years,
5 in
6
April.
years?
5 in April,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's go through it. You know, again, because people say, I want to grow a business, we have a linear path we coach all of our clients through. The first thing, you know, Jeff, was we really have to make sure that the brand is as good as the product that you deliver. Now, some companies reach out to us, I'd say about half, and they need help on the quality of the product and they need help on the brand. But ideally, you want to have a great product and a great brand. When you came to us, you already had a great product. You just needed to improve that brand. Tell us about the importance of having that new website and making sure that we have objective reviews from customers that actually, you know, the sample videos, the sample walkthrough tours. How has having those sample videos and that enhanced website brand helped you?
Well, I think it's key to, you know, it's a crucial leg in the foundation of growth and scaling. So the marketing side of it, when I was first starting out, it was just word of mouth referrals, and you know, one happy customer to another. And the website, um, it's a marathon, and the sooner you get into that marathon race and start, the better. And we've now seen it as a machine, and that's where the real payoff is. And now we're kind of just adding to it consistently. It helps with the brand and the reputation of verifying your, you know, to just the public audience that's searching for you, that trust factor, and then showcasing your work, and setting it up in a manner to where it's easily accessible for somebody to get an accurate insight into your company. It's been a game changer.
Now, Sean, I want to ask your comments on this real quick here. Years ago, I worked with an accountant. I've helped him grow his business by, you know, nearly tenfold. And when I first met him, he had no website, but he had a pretty decent sized business. It was already a $2 million portfolio, but he had no website. And even when I was first onboarding him, I ran into a handful of people that said, Clay, do you recommend a good accountant? Do you have one you recommend? And I said, well, I use a company called CCK. However, just so you have options to compare, this is another brand we just started working with.
Mm-hmm.
So check out CCK and this other brand.
Mm-hmm.
And almost everyone that I referred to the quote unquote other brand called me back and said, they don't even have a website that makes sense. Why is that, Sean, that people won't even do business anymore if it's word of mouth, oftentimes, unless there's a great website?
Well, people they want to verify. I think there was a Forbes article you introduced me to it was actually written years ago that says that like 64% of people are they're trusting the online reviews more than the personal recommendation. So if my mom tells me use this plumber and I go and Google and I don't find that plumber, I'm probably going to go with whoever had the most reviews over mom's recommendation. And that's 64% of people. I think that article was like from 2014 or something. So it's been a while. That's still the case. And especially with Jeff, distinguishing clients is how he's the discerning and distinguishing clients. He says, we create exclusive homes. The type of person that's going to spend $1 million to $3 million on a home is going to do their research, and they're going to be looking at your competitors. And you've just got to make that first impression online with these people.
Now, Jeff, as we're walking you down the path, you know, the first box is we want to establish the revenue goals for every client. You've clearly done that. 2, we want to know how much revenue you have to do to break even. You've clearly done that. Box 3, you got to figure out how many hours a week you're willing to work. Now, this might sound crazy if you're somebody out there that doesn't have a lot of leads, but in your case, you are now generating a lot of leads. Tell us about the importance of blocking out time for family and for business. Talk about that.
Oh, it's absolutely important, especially when you get married. You know, I think since we even got linked together with the coaching, I've gotten married during that time. I have a 5.5 month old. My first baby's 5.5 months old now. Um, and it is crucial for that work-life balance, more now than ever. But I think, I tend to work, um, I'm more of the working side of the things of my work week, but that's early on. With the systems that we kind of create and work through over these years, it's giving more freedom back, because the machine, the systems and stuff are working a little bit more for me instead of me having to work it.
Now, this is big. There's somebody out there watching today's show, and you say, I thought the book of Genesis told us to work 6 days a week. Someone else is going, no, my college professor said, life balance, buddy, work 40 hours a week, buddy. Someone else says, no, I work 6 days a week. And there's people out there right now watching, they're debating this. I like to work. I'm not saying this to divide the room. I'm just saying it because this is how I view the world. I like to work 6 days a week. Years ago, I became friends with a lot of business guys, and I found out that most of us work 6 days a week. Some people want to work 5 days a week. Some people want to work 4 days a week. I know adults who are very successful that now work 3 or 4 hours a day. One of the most successful people I've ever met, literally, no exaggeration. He works 4 hours a day, but he blocks out time. So if you look at my schedule, folks, I'm just going to show you my schedule. Everybody out there, this is my schedule. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. This is where right now we're interviewing Jeff Pell. I'm not doing something else. Every hour of my day is blocked off. That's what I'm doing. You say, what are you doing with your gaps then, buddy? Well, somebody canceled today, so that it created a gap where I can follow up on things. But I block out time every week for what I'm doing. And that's what I do. And so it's so important to learn that concept of blocking out time. Now, Jeff, as we move through the system here, the next thing is you got to create a unique value proposition and a brand. I know you and Sean have worked together to develop sales materials and a one sheet. A one sheet. I'm not going to show your one sheet. I want to show some different examples, but I'm going to pull up the one sheet for a pool company we work with. This is a pool company in Tulsa. We worked with them since they were a startup. Now they're very successful. But this is their one sheet. And the one sheet is a clear comparison. And for this business, their model of making a one sheet is comparing what they do, Sierra Pools, versus their competition. That's how they do it. So their conversation is, hey, we do 0% long-term financing. We're family owned and operated. We do a free 3D design. We're the highest quality, and here's how we stack up to the competition. Other people want to have a different one sheet style. But Jeff, why does everybody need to have a one sheet?
Just create that quick, clear distinction between you and the others when somebody is in the market to make a decision to go with one company or the other.
It's so big. It's so big. Now, the online ads, this is something, Sean, and again, as we go through this path together, I find a lot of business owners, they get stuck right around here, box 6 marketing, because you go, look, I'm a home builder, man. I'm a doctor, man. I'm a dentist. I'm a lawyer. I don't have time to sit there and figure out the newest AdWords update. I don't have enough time to sit around and figure out the new retargeting pixel. I don't have time behind the scenes to update my website to meet the new requirements of the newest iPhone. I do not have time for that. I'm building houses. I'm seeing patients. I'd love to get your thoughts on this, Jeff, of the importance or the value of having a dedicated team led by Sean to make sure that those things are just sort of happening in the background for you.
Oh, I mean, it's paramount. You can't, it's absolutely a necessary part of necessary part of our whole system and our marketing and everything. It's built into our core. It is something that happens like clockwork on the calendar, and it's a necessity. So somebody's saying, I don't have time for that, or you can make time to meet with, you can make an hour out of the day to meet with your coach and come up with a game plan of the strategies for all of that, marketing, targeting, all that stuff. And then you guys take it from there. But you do have to put in initial work.
Now I want to hammer it home because Sean's always bragging on you, and he's saying, hey, when I work with Jeff, what's great is that we have our weekly meeting and we knock stuff out. And so Sean's always saying that in the background. Sean, as we look at here, this next step, again, as we're going through the system, folks, everybody can follow along. You just go to thrivetimeshow.com /millionaire, and you can download the systems for free. You can look at the systems, but it's about implementing, Sean. It's not about just knowing the knowledge. I mean, you got to implement. So with Jeff, you guys have created a lead tracking. You've created a business, created business tracking. You've created implemented workflows. You've created sales scripts. call recording. Sean, what makes Jeff a good client to work with? Because what we do is very analogous to being a personal trainer, and ultimately the client has to show up.
Well, one thing is he does a good job keeping those things up to date. Jeff and I, we look at the scoreboard on a regular basis in our meeting, which would be our business tracking sheet. We're constantly using the lead tracking sheet. I mean, you're talking about people who are building a home over the course of 2 years, some of these people. So we've got a long lead time on some of these, and we've got to keep up with all those people. He does a great job when it comes to tracking. He's also pretty good at leveraging his team to be able to get things done. Many times I'll be working with a business owner and I'll tell them, hey, we need to get this done. They'll delegate it to somebody, but then they never follow up. Jeff follows up and he makes sure the stuff gets done, which is great. So we're able to keep progressing, even if he's not necessarily the person doing everything on his team. He's able to leverage his team well. And he's doing that using to-do list systems and checklists. That's kind of where we're at now in the process. Is we're a little bit later on where we're building all those systems and management.
Jeff, I don't know why I feel like I'm going to describe it this way, but I run into a lot of people that say, I don't need sales scripts. I don't know why I feel like they say it that way, but it's like, I don't need sales scripts. I don't need a one sheet. I'm too busy to build. Listen, buddy, I'm too busy building my business to take the time needed to block out an hour of power every week to meet with a coach and to build a linear workflow. I'm too busy. You say, why are you too busy? Because. So what would you say to somebody out there that is just feels like they're too busy working in the business to work on the business?
Well, I think first there's got to be some kind of nugget of an aha moment to realize that if they want something to change and they want to create that time, first they may just have to force it into place, whether they need to be more disciplined with their time management, tracking their time. I mean, that's what we did right out the gate. I didn't even to create my own schedule. Me and Clay Clark, it's like write down everything you do for 3 weeks, and then we bucket that in the high level, lower level, worker level management in the org chart of my business, which was me and a handful of people. And so it's I think you have to have an aha moment to see, okay, I can structure my time. I can get an hour here to see, and once you see the value of putting all this together, you're going to that time is going to hold its place, and you're not going to miss it, because you're going to see the value in it as you build it. And these people that may not understand it, I was even guilty of doing that in the front end on some of the systems. Or why do we have to have a script? I'm the salesman. Why do we have to have any system? Because I was doing it. Well, that's the whole reason we have to do it. If it's coming out of me and I'm recreating it every time, let's recreate it on paper, and then I'm easily now able to have somebody else take lead calls. There's a lead rapport sheet. It's qualifying the lead. I don't even see half the leads. It all gets tracked. And then the qualified leads get set and put into my calendar on specific days for an initial consultation. So,
yeah,
I think somebody has to see that value in order to get it. But if you get a little bit of it, I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Now, you said once you see the value in it, it's a no-brainer. That's why I'm kind of paraphrasing. Yeah. Could you explain the value in it? Because I look at your business and I go, wow, this guy, Jeff, he's grown his business by 578%, 78.3%, 578.34%. I just talked to a guy on Saturday, Sean, who I've worked with for 5 years. I'm not trying to be competitive. I am kind of competitive. This guy's grown his business by like 18 times. Now, the reality is he started at a smaller number than where you're at today, Jeff, but he's grown by 18 times. You look at Shaw Homes, another home builder, they've grown by 10x. I mean, I can go on and on. I see the value in it all day. But how would you describe the value of having a coach helping you down the path?
Well, it's incredibly valuable because, first of all, there's so many. It's a long linear process. You got the marketing side of it, you have the administrative side of it, you have the organizational understanding of what a company is, delegating tasks, and so it's a consistently growing process to revise and refine and scale a company, and I enjoy that. So it's very valuable to me. I also value the accountability of that from Sean, is that we are on a trajectory and we're moving forward. whether it be the marketing, whatever we're targeting to try to get done. Right now, it happens to be kind of high level checklists and systems that were built into our construction schedule, down to the nitty gritty of, checks and balances and KPIs and all that good stuff. So, I mean, it can go very detailed.
I'm going to tell you a story about a home builder. I feel pretty good about this. The home builder, Jeff, he actually built my house. And we were talking offline one day, and I said, hey, you're like, in a not a gross way, like a Bob Ross kind of way, okay? You are loving on my house, bro. No, I mean, you are into it. I mean, I'm watching you bevel that stone. I mean, we could clearly move in a week ago, but no. You, Mr. Wiggs, you want to make my house perfect. I mean, you want to, I almost have to pull you off the job. You've already been paid, bro. And you're still wanting to keep going. I mean, this is like a Kaizen. Folks, look that up. Kaizen. This is a big idea. It's continual improvement. It's an Asian concept for many people that don't understand that philosophy. It's called Kaizen. Everyone should look it up right now. It's this philosophy of continual improvement. I said, bro, you are Kaizening on my lawn. Like, I want to move in my house. But you are Kaizening on my lawn. It's the Japanese concept of continual improvement. I mean, you are polishing it to the point of I am getting worried about what you're doing right now. It is incredible. I mean, he's walking around my lawn, like looking around like, I got to cut that, got to move. I mean, it's incredible. And so I said, you should probably number the houses moving forward. Like every time you do a house, put the number of the house. Go ahead and engrave that somewhere, like as a stone. He goes, I like that idea. And he's been doing that. And people feel like they're buying like a signature house. And I am so fired up to help you grow your business because I know you actually care about the house and you put a pride in your work. You go into like Target, I'm not being disparaging about Target. You're going to Target though. You go to Target, come and go, USPS. You say, hey, do you know where the bathrooms are? They go, I don't know. Yeah, I just work here. I'm on break. You know that whole thing? But you go you go to Sky House, and Jeff, you have a passion for your customers. Talk to us about the passion for your customers because you really get into it, which makes Sean get into it. I almost explode every time I get a chance to see one of your updated videos. They're so good. What's your passion?
Well, I mean, you hit the nail on the head when he doesn't want you to move in yet because he wants to bevel some of the stone and get it just tidied up and right. I mean, that's I look at our houses and look for any problems. And, I think that they're cool houses, but I'm always like, okay, we can do better on the next one this way, whether it's the finished product or the efficiency of the finished product or the way we communicate on the finished product with the customer. I'm passionate about getting, growing and getting better and more refined. I mean, we have hit numbers where we were doubling our revenue for a couple of years, and we came to the point last year. It was like, look, we're at this point where we're probably at the size we're not going to, that'd be dangerous to just try to double to 16 million. So let's take this same workload, refine it, and that's where I'm passionate about putting forth my effort and gifts into projects with awesome homeowners and architects and designers that feel the same way. And really can appreciate that level of creativity meets durability and functionality.
The final 5 minutes we have, I want to respect your time, but I have 3 more things I want to ask you. So I'm going to go rapid fire. So many people say, I can't find good people. And Sean, I don't know why I want to say it this way. It's like, I can't find good people. And it's that man. I don't know if they say it as much as I just feel this momentum of defeatism. Yeah. I just can't find good people. And I'm going, dude, I don't know where you're getting that sound. Am I hearing that? Are you hearing that? I mean, it's almost like a dog whistle that I can hear it, And, but my clients don't have a hard time finding people. Yeah. My clients do not have a hard time finding the 160 brands we work with. They don't have a hard time finding people because they're always implementing the group interview process. And now you have a highly skilled workforce. You have to hire high skilled people to do what you do. Can you tell the business owners out there the importance of constantly never stopping that ongoing hiring process?
It's another one of those core implementations into the company that maybe I fought it even for a year.
At least a year.
And at least a year, maybe 2. Yeah. Maybe COVID came and I put my foot down And I was like, let's get going. I ended up having to move a group interview to the Home Builder Association because there was like 26 people coming. I felt like I was public speaking. And actually chose one person out of that group, and she still works here today, and she's killing it. So it's absolutely, you know what it does? It gives you your, first of all, you get into the hang of it. I do them Wednesdays at 5 o'clock, or Thursdays at 5 o'clock for two different positions. They don't show up, they don't show up. Go about my day. And they're group interviews, and I'm not in the need to hire, but I'm always in the need. I'm always going to hire if it's an A player or the right fit. You know, A players have jobs. They probably maybe having a crappy week and hate their boss, and they're going to go look for other stuff. So I want to get in front of those people. And I also don't want to be put in a position where I feel like I'm forced to hire somebody that my gut doesn't tell me will be a great fit that will help become a pillar of my company. So it's great for you to be able to stay true to your culture and your cores while growing the business. It's not the funnest thing to do every single week, every year, you know, all year round, but it's not that big of a deal either. And if you create a system in place, you can hire somebody, you can have a checklist in place that they do it all, and all you do is show up at 5 o'clock for the interview, and they let you know if they canceled or not. So that's what I do now, and it's all tracked.
Now, the final question I have for you, that we have for you here, and again, it's a little bit of a long form windup, but this is, Sean, a lot of people say, well, what's the most important part of business coaching? Is it the marketing? I go, did you say meh? Is it the accounting? Hiring? You know, and they go, I just need accounting. I just need checklist. I need human resources. I don't want your feedback on hiring, buddy. I just want to do marketing. I don't want to do, and they view like growth as one particular thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the most important ingredient that goes into the cookie? Is it the milk? Is it the eggs? Is it the sugar? Is it what's the most important ingredient? What's the most important part of the car? Is it the wheels? Is it the transmission? Is it the steering wheel? Is it the gas? Is it so the idea is that it's all of it. It's implementing all of it. It's working on the business, not in the business. What would you say to anybody watching this video right now? They're thinking about paying our monthly flat coaching fee, but to do that, they have to schedule a 13-point assessment first. It's free. What do you say to somebody out there that's watching right now, maybe in the same shoes that you were in years ago? What do you say to someone thinking about scheduling that 13-point assessment?
First, I'd have them ask themselves this question: do they really want to be a business owner, or do they just not want to work for somebody else? Do they want to have the lifestyle of an employee with the label of a business owner? Because I think there's a mistake there sometimes. But if somebody really wants to create a brand and has a long-term vision and sees something out in the far future that's just not there yet, sign up, because it is total encompassing. It's not marketing. It's not, different businesses that you guys coach probably have weaknesses and strengths, and one might be accounting, one might be marketing, but it's the totality of it. It's the org chart. It's understanding every nut and bolt that works into your business, that makes your business thrive or operate. And so I don't know if somebody thinks that they just need marketing. Maybe they need to feel a little bit more pain out on their own trying to start something out. And then maybe they'll call you guys back later. But I'd say pick up the phone, give you guys a call, and just get fully committed to doing something without questioning it too much, because it's proven systems, and it's still tailored to any business. You guys coach, you just mentioned accountants, pool guys. I'm a builder. You guys do all kind, and business is business.
Well, brother, I can't wait to see you again in person. Maybe we'll see an in-person workshop coming up here soon. Have you ever asked this guy about the Tebow conference?
I think I've asked him like maybe 12 times now.
No, but it's not about asking. We're going to send a small team to abduct you.
There we go.
And they're going to bring you over to the conference featuring Tim Tebow. But I really do appreciate your time, sir. It's great connecting with you again. Sean speaks nothing but very highly about you, and he's really excited about your growth. I am too. And again, thank you for carving out time for us.
Absolutely. You guys have a great one.
Hey,
Take care.
Thank you, Jeff. Talk to you later.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Some shows don't need a celebrity narrator to introduce the show, but this show does. In a world filled with endless opportunities, why would two men who have built 13 multi-million-dollar businesses altruistically invest 5 hours per day to teach you the best practice business systems and moves that you can use? Because they believe in you, and they have a lot of time on their hands. They started from the bottom, now they're here. It's the Thrive Time Show, starring the former U.S. Small Business Administration's Entrepreneur of the Year, Clay Clark, and the entrepreneur trapped inside an optometrist's body, Dr. Robert Zillner. 2 men, 8 kids, co-created by 2 different women, 13 multi-million-dollar businesses.
We started from the bottom, now we're here. We started from the bottom, and we'll show you how to get here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. We started from the bottom, now we're here.
Started from the bottom, now we're at the top, teaching you the systems to get what we got. Colton Dixon's on the hooks, I break down the books. Z's bringing some wisdom and the good looks. As the father of 5, that's why I'm alive. So if you see my wife and kids, please tell them hi. It's the CNC up on your radio, and now 3, 2, 1, here we go.
We started from the bottom, now we're here. We started from the bottom, and we'll show you how to get here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. We started from the bottom, now we're here. We started from the bottom, now we're here.
My name is Jennifer Sundahl, and I'm originally from Oregon, but now I work as a home builder with my business partner, Frank Winkley, in Branson, Missouri with Winkley Home Builders. I have been in the home building business with my business partner, Frank, for a few years now. We originally learned about the Builders Training Academy when we attended a Thrive Time conference in Oklahoma. We thought it would just be a couple days, learn a few tips, but it's evolved into so much more. When we came to the in-person workshop, we learned a tremendous amount. For me, it really helped me recognize that you weren't just going to come and learn about how to run a business, you were also learning about how to work on your business. And it also challenged me as to how much time would be devoted to that each week, because they're both equally important to grow a business. So that was a new concept for me. And then we just learned so much about marketing and the website and the SEO and so many things that I recognized as 2 entrepreneurs starting a business that we were going to need some help with. The weekly coaching meetings with Aaron are like nothing else I've ever experienced. And it took a while to kind of get in the groove. But these are working meetings. These are not meetings where you take a piece of paper and you write some notes down and then you say you're going to do something and then you come back and it's not done. Boom. No, the computer is on, the agenda is live, and you are producing things in the meeting. It's probably the most productive 60 minutes that you would have during your week, because it's all about accountability too. There's no room for whining and there's no room for excuses. So if that is your go-to, this would not be a good fit for you. But if you're ready to see your business explode, then this would be a perfect fit for you. I would describe Aaron's presentation and coaching style as phenomenal. He has this incredible balance of being genuinely encouraging and sincere and full of wisdom, while at the same time pushing you to this brink of where you think you can't do something, but along with his encouragement and then the proper tools and the training and the resources and the websites and the suggestions from, other experiences that he's done with his company and other clients, it all comes together. And I just have to mention, like in one of our last phone calls, when we talked about one of our big wins, it was that we are exploding like a volcano with leads right now. And I have to say that is a direct connection, a direct positive result of Aaron's coaching style and what he brings to us each week. The biggest game changer that Aaron has helped us with, I think one is accountability. No one else is going to ask us about whether we tracked our leads or not. Aaron is very deliberate in making sure that we're progressing leads, that things are not getting stale. If things are getting like left to the wayside, he helps us dig deeper to figure out like, what do we need to do different, or how can we manage the information? How can we delegate things within our company? And so I think that accountability each week has been a huge game changer for us. Aaron's coaching style has helped us differently than any other books or seminars that we've been to. Because, first of all, you're talking with a real life person each week. And he brings this depth of knowledge that once you talk about it, you're just like, oh, I should have thought of that. But he brings it to the table as a proper solution. It's not overly complicated, but it helps you move like sort of to the next stage or the next level in a project. It's very sincere, exceptionally genuine, very encouraging, but he doesn't baby us. Like, he is straightforward in a really healthy, balanced way. If you decide to not work with Aaron, you're going to miss out on an experience of a lifetime. You're going to miss out on the wisdom of a man who's worked decades within the industry, who can help you grow your business. You're going to miss out on expanding your business. You're going to miss out on the revenue that could be brought in, not necessarily by hiring a tremendous amount of new people, but instead just working a lot smarter within the industry. So if you choose not to work out with him, you're missing out on a lot.
Hello, I'm Wes Carter. I'm one of the shareholders at Winters and King. My favorite thing that Thrive has helped me accomplish here in our firm is thinking a little bit outside the box. They do SEO, they do printing, they help us with a lot of things from the day-to-day marketing for the firm, but they also help us think of things that as attorneys we probably wouldn't normally think of that help us market our services to our clients. One of the things I love about working with Thrive is that they make it enjoyable to actually do work with them. It's not dry, it's usually fun, but it's always very enjoyable and practical. They give me things and ideas that I can put into place. It's not just some theoretical spiel that they give me. We get practical steps that we work on together to do my job better. So me personally, I would easily recommend Thrive 15 services to my friends, my families. I recommend them to my clients. I think they do a good job. They're passionate. They care about their clients. And I think it's actually a valuable service they provide to people that are in the business world.
My name is Jeff Thomas. I'm originally from Atlanta, Georgia. It's all about getting to the grindstone. It is about putting it's one thing to have a specific vision or a dream, but knowledge without application isn't knowledge at all. That's nothing. Really funny. The atmosphere is very lively. Everybody that is working for Clay is very upbeat and not tired, not sluggish, not complaining, not whining. They don't have anything to do with those types of characteristics. It's all about getting to the grind and having fun while you do it. I haven't actually been to any conferences in the past, but what I will say from what I've seen on YouTube and what from other friends have told me is this isn't like a motivational kind of thing to just, hoo-hoo, rah-rah, get you motivated, but it's like practical steps that if you do take them, which most people aren't willing to do, then you will grow and you'll achieve the specific things that you want. Well, for one thing, I would say that this isn't necessarily for everyone. So if you're not willing to work, this isn't for you. But I will say that if you are willing to work and you're just getting started, but you have actually taken a step in that direction, then this will actually help you grow further exponentially than you could ever imagine.
My name is Taylor Hall. I'm the general manager of the Tulsa Oilers professional hockey team. Our goal every night here at the BOK Center is to try to fill the seats with lots of people and create an exciting environment so when somebody comes to a game, they want to come back. Working with Clay and the staff at Thrive, they've really helped us in many, many ways. website and graphic design and video production and a lot of things that go along. And a lot of businesses, including ours, doesn't have a staff or a full-time, videographer or graphic designer. But the biggest thing that we noticed was the needle mover. More sales, more attendance, more successes in business. We had a record year last season working with Clay for the first time. Our average attendance is higher than it's ever been. So there was a lot of really cool things that we did, and they worked. That's the nice thing about working with Clay and the team over there. It's just not one person, you get the entire team. If you need video design and editing and production, they've got that. If you need graphic design, if you need some coaching, your salespeople and call scripts, PR, they offer all that. Clay was instrumental in helping guiding us and getting us on the right track so that we could really raise the bar and become ultra successful. So it's been an amazing experience for us.
My name is Caitlin. I own a tumbling gym called Justice Tumbling Company in Tulsa. Working with Clay is so helpful, just being diligent with everything and making sure we execute our goals and just really make things happen. It's fun, it's hype, it really gets you energized and going, it just makes you really want to work. To get the momentum going, to really just get that buzz, just really give you the energy to get up and make it happen.
I'm Bob Healy. I'm in the charcoal grilling industry, and the name of my business is Grill Blazer. How will I apply what I've learned so far into my business? I'm actually a client of Thrive 15, and I learn so much from what I'm learning at this conference and from my regular weekly attendance that it's helping me establish the business and get it off the ground. Clay's presentation style is just blatant disregard for what anybody wants. He just has fun. It's him. Everything that you see is authentically Clay. It's a great deal of fun. Everybody enjoys it. They know when they walk in, they think they're coming into a carnival, and frankly they are. It's just great fun. There's not another conference like it. You just don't go to a carnival atmosphere and learn like you do here at a Thrive conference. It's great. The reason people should attend at least one of these conferences is because it's common sense. And everybody's fed an entire line about the way you should run a business, but until you actually experience running a business, which is candidly what you learn here, how to run a business, you don't know what you're doing.
My name is Tyler Hastings, and this is my wife, Rachel, and our company is Delricht Research out of New Orleans. During our time working with Thrive, we've had numerous successes. When we first started, we were working with one physician. We had one research site, and we were seeing on average, between 10 and 15 patients a week. Since working with Thrive in the last 18 months, we now have 4 research sites. We work with over 5 physicians, and on average, we're now seeing over 60 patients per week. Recently, we've been the top enroller worldwide in 7 studies, which is just incredible considering where we were 2 years ago, 18 months ago.
Thrive really differs from the other conferences that we've been to and the other kind of programs that we've been through because they actually really practice what they preach, and they implement the same systems and the processes that they teach you about, and they give you real life examples that have really worked for them and show you with the training how to implement that yourself. For example, Tyler and I actually got the opportunity to come out to Tulsa, and we're fortunate enough that the Thrive team took us out to some of the businesses that they own, and we really got to see in real life, real time, some of the systems and processes, and it was just incredible. A real life example of some of the businesses and the things that they're implementing.
Having a coach is important to us. They act as not only an accountability factor, but they're someone we can talk to on a daily basis as we go through the problems of running a business that inevitably come up. They always understand what we're going through, and they're always there to help us or guide us through the problems that we experience. The best part of our experience working with Thrive has just been seeing our relationship grow. So at each step as our business grows, they have something else to provide us with. They've got the resources, whether it be marketing, graphic design, website development, or even into accounting practices. Maybe we need a new insurance policy. They have someone they can connect us with, or they have the direct resource we need to speak with for any of the problems we face. If someone's thinking about signing up for the coaching program, I would highly recommend that they call in for a free 30-minute coaching session and see exactly what the team can do for you. Just speak with someone, let them know what you're going through, and I think you'll find that, regardless of what you need, there's someone there that can help you.
Clay's presentation style is very real and raw. Like, it just gets real down to the bone of it and the real purpose of it. There's no, fluffy vagueness about it, So, he really gets to the point. I'm always reminded about how important it is to be intentional and to really pay attention to how you schedule your time and really honor it. Because whatever gets scheduled gets done. That's what he said from Lee Cockrell. So just constantly hearing that and getting reminded helps me to reinforce that into my own life. It always helps to get an outside perspective, and especially from a guy that's grown so many multi-million-dollar businesses. It doesn't hurt. So.
My name is Nick Guajardo. I heard about the Thrive Time Show workshop through Andy Matherin. He is my Andy Matherin and Larry Montgomery. They're my bosses at Restore Home Health. So I work with a home health company called Restore Home Health, and my role is pretty much to bring in business. So I was hoping to learn kind of the sales process on top of just kind of the responsibilities, and help understand what it looks like on the SEO side, and just kind of an all around what it looks like to own a business, because that's something I want to do in the future for sure. How I would describe the atmosphere here at Thrive is high energy, great professionalism, great people. It's a place you definitely want to visit and be at. Clay's delivery style, humorous, professional, hilarious. He does it. I haven't seen someone do it better. So he does a great job. Most valuable thing I've learned so far, a lot of it has been extremely valuable. But one thing that's really stuck out to me is learning the SEO stuff. I mean, that is, I think, things you don't really even think about, and then you hear it, and you think you know it, but you don't know it. So I feel like that was the most valuable. Well, they're missing out on just what come down to just basic applications to be a business owner. I mean, I feel like it's like an absolute necessity, to come here and learn the ins and outs, and maybe come here once and twice if they take good notes, that kind of thing. Why? It's the experience here and what you can learn. Absolutely.
So marketing and SEO seemed like something that would be very scary, but then in the way that Clay and his team described it became very clear and concise, and something that's very accessible to any business owner. I've learned a lot about marketing at this conference, and a lot about business management and HR, really everything, the key components of anybody's business. They're going to give you the best tools to be successful in it. So most workshops or conferences can be really boring, really one note, or they just seem so theatrical that it's a joke and it's not even giving you the tools that you need or that you came there for. But here it's still high energy, it's still fun, everything's to the point, but it's very professional, and you're missing out on easy steps to use in your business that are very accessible and very clear.
My name is Abigail McCarter. The best thing I've learned so far is definitely organization, schedule-wise, always keeping a to-do list, keeping your calendar organized. I'm kind of all over the place, so that's always good to know. So Clay's presentation style and the atmosphere is electric. It's so energetic, it's so fun. Clay's hilarious, but also knows a ton, so it's just really great all around. This conference is much different than any other conference I've gone to. Again, because it's fun. Like a lot of other conferences, it's like really quiet, really cold, and you're just kind of get bored. But this one, you're like always engaged, you're always learning something, and the staff is amazing. They're always super helpful, so it's just been really great.
My name's Clint Howard. We're a personal training and fitness training facility. Oh wow, I'm learning a ton. Like this morning so far has been search engine optimization. So really just the importance of being at the top of Google, how Google works and why it's so important to go out and get video reviews and testimonials and getting Google reviews. And so all those things we can take back and really apply that like immediately. So it's really cool to see not only how to do it, but really the relevance and importance of it for your long-term strategy of your business. Now, it's amazing. Actually, on the way in this morning and yesterday, I was videoing as I was walking in the front entrance. And actually I go to a lot of seminars. I go to a lot of conferences, masterminds. I've been doing that since I was like 22 years old, so gosh, almost 20 years now. And this is by far the most entertaining. Not only the content's amazing, but Clay and you guys do a great job of mixing in edutainment, entertainment where it's fun, it's fresh, it's lively. You never get bored. And I heard a study one time that the reason that children learn so much quicker is because it's fun, learning is fun. And so obviously Clay has nailed that, where it's very fun to be here and keeps you awake, keeps you energized. So I'm having a blast. Yeah, I think any business owner or someone that wants to own a business or considering starting a business should definitely come. I know that I was referred here by friends of mine and clients of mine, and I've referred other people. Again, just to understand what it takes to make a business successful, to have a good time, obviously, like I was just saying, have fun, and network. There's a lot of other people here you can learn from, and there's a lot of breaks you can talk to other people. So I think this is a must-attend for anybody that owns a business or that wants to start a business.
My name's Jamie Fagel. I'm with Jameson Fine Cabinetry. I heard about the conference through Andrew. He's the coach that I deal with here at the Thrive. The most valuable piece I found, even working with Andrew, but it's been solidified when it came here, was you got to actually do the things that they're telling you. With no action, you're not going to get anything from it. I would highly recommend this to almost anybody in business today. I have recommended it to some of my other business partners. It's phenomenal. It's really something that if you want to start a business, the old way of doing things is gone. This is what you got to do. It's the only way it'll work.
Hey, this is Charles and Amber Koloff. We're the owners of Koloff Fitness.
The way we're able to do that is working with Clay for the last 3 years. He has really readjusted our thinking and taught us that our business is here to serve us. And by doing that, we're able to live the lifestyle we want and take off on a random vacation last minute. So we had totally planned on being at the conference. So wish we could be there and meet all of you. We know you're having a great time. So
yes, Clay in the last 3 years has helped us build all the necessary systems, checklists, workflows, task lists, time blocks, audits that are always running, and the right capable lieutenants to keep track of all that so that you too can get time freedom and financial freedom. And that's what we have done, and Clay has helped us do. We've got multiple companies in multiple states, and they're all doing very well, getting ready to go 2 more locations in this next year. And Koloff Fitness has a really big future. We're teaming up with a couple other groups, and we should scale the company here shortly. Hopefully we'll open like 50 locations in the next 10 years. So, but yeah, we're on the way. We're gonna probably more than double our company, maybe triple our company in the next 8 to 9 months. And it's just awesome. God is working in our business, and we're making Jesus and changing lives. We're a strong Christian company that focuses on making Jesus famous and changing lives in the fitness field. And this is Charles and Amber Koloff. Thank you, Thrive. Hit your action items. We love you guys. Yeah. We wish we were there. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
My name is Jennifer Johnson. I'm in the pest control industry and also weed control and fertilization, and my business is Platinum Pest and Lawn. Some of the things that I'll be able to apply a lot of the things that I've learned in our business because this is not my first conference, and so a lot of the things that we learned we've put into place, and now we're doing the next level of refining the processes or just the different concepts, and so it's getting better and better. Things that were just big processes before, we have the foundation laid, and now we're able to make it better and better, and I'm hearing different things now that we've implemented things, and so we can just make it even better implementing it into our own business. Clay's presentation and the atmosphere is very exciting and fun. It keeps you awake. It makes it interesting. You have a lot of information, but if it's not going to be entertaining, your brain is going to tune it out. But play makes it just entertaining enough that you retain what you learn. Lots of rhyming and catchy things so that you remember stuff.
What makes
Something that makes this conference different than other workshops or conferences that I've been to is that there's a lot of people here in my same situation. Most of us are pretty small businesses wanting to improve, and we want real life information and something that will work and that's attainable, and not just some crazy magic formula, but actual action items that we can implement in our business and actually see a difference. Everyone should attend a Thrive Time Business Conference, whether you're a business owner or not. If you're a business owner, it has practical applications that you can apply to so many different parts of your business, and then you need to come back for more so that you can keep doing more of the wonderful things that you learn. But secondly, I am also a mom of 3 kids, and a lot of the concepts can actually be applied to home, like getting routines and getting setting systems at home has just seriously made a huge difference in my life at home. So I've been able to improve our business, but I've also been able to improve things at home. And so that's why everyone should come, no matter what your station is in life.
Yeah, my name is Nolan Q. I'm originally from San Francisco, California. The industry that I'm in is financial services. I've learned a ton so far, but what I can best apply from this conference is the opportunity, that hunger to go out there and make a big difference in my industry. Clay's presentation style is amazing. He's got an endless amount of energy. It's contagious, and yeah, by being here, I really do want to go back and be able to face all the adversity that the industry has. Yeah, this conference, the thing that makes it different is it's special because it has a unique set of individuals that all share that same energy. I think he pegs it as dragon energy, but yeah, that's the case. Everyone should come to multiple, but their first would be very special. Yeah, you're welcome with a lot of enthusiasm. That'll last for a long time.
My name is Gabriella Cruz. Our business is ECS Electric. My husband's the owner, but I'm involved with that, and so we're an electrical company. Well, here at the conference, they talk a lot about consistency, and so just staying consistent with different things in the business, and I feel like applying that to our business model will really help us grow. The atmosphere is very positive, uplifting, and then it's very fun and energetic, and so it gets you pumped and it gets you excited, and it encourages you to do big things. Probably how real they are. They tell you up front what you need to do and what's like a no-go, and some conferences they kind of sugarcoat things, so I like how real they are here. I think it'll definitely, if you want your business to grow, I think this would be a great experience, and then not only that, it'll encourage you and inform you on so many things you don't think about on a daily basis.
Hey, I'm Ryan Wimpy. I'm originally from Tulsa, born and raised here. I've definitely learned a lot about life design and making sure the business serves you. The linear workflow for us and getting everything out on paper and documented is really important. Like we have workflows that are kind of all over the place, so having linear workflow and seeing that mapped out on multiple different boards is pretty awesome. That's really helpful for me. The atmosphere here is awesome. I definitely just stared at the walls, figuring out how to make my facility look like this place. This place rocks. It's invigorating. The walls are super, it's just very cool. The atmosphere is cool. The people are nice. It's a pretty cool place to be. Very good learning atmosphere. I literally want to model it and steal everything that's here at this facility and basically create it just on our business side. Play is hilarious. I literally laughed so hard that I started having tears yesterday. And we've been learning a lot, which, we've been sitting here, we've been learning a lot, and so the humor definitely helps. It breaks it up. But the content is awesome, off the charts, and it's very interactive. You can raise your hand. It's not like you're just listening to the professor speak, The wizard teaches, but the wizard interacts and he takes questions, so that's awesome. If you're not attending the conference, you're missing about 3/4 to half of your life. You're definitely, it's probably worth a couple $1,000s. So you're missing the thought process of someone that's already started like 9 profitable businesses. So not only is it a lot of good information, but just getting in the thought process of Clay Clark or Dr. Zellner or any of the other coaches, getting in their thought process of how they're starting all these businesses, to me, just that is priceless. That's money. Well, we're definitely not getting upsold here. My wife and I have attended conferences where where it was great information and then they upsold us like half the conference, and I don't want to like bang my head into a wall, and she's like banging her head into the chair in front of her. Like, it's good information, but we're like, oh my gosh, I want to strangle you. Shut up and go with the presentation that we paid for. And that's not here. There's no upsells or anything, so that's awesome. I hate that. It makes me angry. So glad that's not happening. So the cost of this conference is quite a bit cheaper than business college. I went to a small private liberal arts college and got a degree in business, and I didn't learn anything like they're teaching here. I didn't learn linear workflows. I learned stuff that I am not using, and I haven't been using for the last 9 years. So what they're teaching here is actually way better than what I got at business school. And I went what was actually ranked as a very good business school. I would definitely recommend that people would check out the Thrive 15 conference. The information that you're gonna get is just very, very beneficial, and the mindset that you're gonna get, that you're gonna leave with, is just absolutely worth the price of a little bit of money and a few days worth of your time.
I'm Rachel with Tip Top Canine, and we just want to give a huge thank you to Clay and Vanessa Clark.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan with Tip Top Canine. Just want to say a big thank you to Thrive 15. Thank you to Make Your Life Epic. We love you guys, we appreciate you, and really just appreciate how far you've taken us.
This is our old house, right? This is where we used to live a few years ago. This is our old neighborhood. See? It's nice, right?
So this is my old van and our old school marketing, and this is our old team. And by team, I mean it's me and another guy.
This is our new house with our new neighborhood. This is our new van with our new marketing, and this is our new team. We went from 4 to 14, and I took this beautiful photo. We worked with several different business coaches in the past, and they were all about helping Ryan sell better and just teaching sales, which is awesome, but Ryan is a really great salesman. So we didn't need that. We needed somebody to help us get everything that was in his head out into systems, into manuals and scripts, and actually build a team. So now that we have systems in place, we've gone from 1 to 10 locations in only a year.
In October 2016, we grossed 13 grand for the whole month. Right now it's 2018, the month of October. It's only the 22nd. We've already grossed a little over 50 grand for the whole month, and we still have time to go. We're just thankful for you, thankful for Thrive and your mentorship, and we're really thankful that you guys have helped us to grow a business that we run now instead of the business running us. Just thank you times 1,000.
So we really just want to thank you, Clay, and thank you, Vanessa, for everything you've done, everything you've helped us with. We love you guys.
Hello, my name is Charles Colaw with Colaw Fitness. Today I want to tell you a little bit about Clay Clark and how I know Clay Clark. Clay Clark has been my business coach since 2017. He's helped us grow from 2 locations to now 6 locations. We're planning to do 7 locations in 7 years and then franchise. And Clay has done a great job of helping us navigate anything that has to do with like running the business, building the systems, the checklists, the workflows, the audits, how to navigate lease agreements, how to buy property, how to work with brokers and builders. This guy is just amazing. He's this kind of guy has worked in every single industry. He's written books with like Lee Cockrell, head of Disney, with the 40,000 cast members. He's friends with like Mike Lindell. He does Reawaken America tours, where he does these tours all across the country where 10,000 or more people show up to some of these tours. On the day-to-day, he does anywhere from about 160 companies. He's at the top. He has a team of business coaches, videographers, and graphic designers and web developers, and they run 160 companies every single week. So think of this guy with a team of business coaches running 160 companies. So in the weekly, he's running 160 companies. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's doing Reawaken America tours. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's also doing business conferences where 200 people show up, and he teaches people a 13-step proven system that he's done and worked with billionaires, helping them grow their companies. So I've seen guys from startups go from startup to being multimillionaires, teaching people how to get time freedom and financial freedom through the system. critical thinking, document creation, putting it into organizing everything in their head to building it into a franchisable, scalable business. Like one of his businesses has like 500 franchises. That's just one of the companies or brands that he works with. So amazing guy. Elon Musk, kind of like smart guy. He kind of comes off sometimes as socially awkward, but he's so brilliant and he's taught me so much. When I say that, like Clay is like, he doesn't care what people think when you're talking to him. He cares about where you're going in your life and where he can get you to go. And that's what I like most about him. He's like a good coach. A coach isn't just making you feel good all the time. A coach is actually helping you get to the best you. And Clay has been an amazing business coach. Through the course of that, we became friends. I was really most impressed with him is when I was shadowing him one time. We went into a business deal and listened to it. I got to shadow and listen to it. And when we walked out, I knew that he could make millions on the deal. And they were super excited about working with him. And he told me, he's like, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to turn it down because he knew it was going to harm the common good of people in the long run. And the guy's integrity just really wowed me. It brought tears to my eyes to see that this guy, his highest desire was to do what's right. And anyways, just an amazing man. So anyways, impacted me a lot. He's helped navigate anytime I've got nervous or worried about how to run the company or, navigating competition and an economy that's like, I remember we got closed down for 3 months. He helped us navigate on how to stay open, how to get back open, how to just survive through all the COVID shutdowns, lockdowns, because our clubs were all closed for 3 months and you have $350,000 of bills you've got to pay, and we have no accounts receivable. He helped us navigate that, and of course we were conservative enough that we could afford to take that on for a period of time. But it was, anyways, great man. I'm very impressed with him. So Clay, thank you for everything you're doing, and I encourage you, if you haven't ever worked with Clay, work with Clay. He's going to help magnify you, and there's nobody I have ever met that has the ability to work as hard as he does. He probably sleeps 4, maybe 6 hours a day, and literally the rest of the time he's working, and he can outwork everybody in the room every single day, and he loves it. So anyways, this is Charles Kola with Kola Fitness. Thank you, Clay, and anybody out there that's wanting to work with Clay, it's a great opportunity to ever work with him. So you guys have a blessed one. This is Charles Kola. We'll see you guys. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Aaron Antis with Shaw Homes. I first heard about Clay through a mortgage lender here in town who had told me what a great job he had been doing for them, and I actually noticed he was driving a Lamborghini all of a sudden, so I was willing to listen. In my career, I've sold a little over $800 million in real estate. So honestly, I thought I kind of knew everything about marketing and homes. And then I met Clay, and my perception of what I knew and what I could do definitely changed. After doing $800 million in sales over a 15-year career, I really thought I knew what I was doing. I've been managing a large team of salespeople for the last 10 years here with Shaw Homes. And I mean, we've been a company that's been in business for 35 years. We've become one of the largest builders in the Tulsa area, and that was without Clay. So when I came to know Clay, I really thought, man, there's not much more I need to know, but I'm willing to listen. The interesting thing is our internet leads from our website has actually, in a 4-month period of time, has gone from somewhere around 10 to 15 leads in a month to 180 internet leads in a month. Just from the few things that he's shown us how to implement that I honestly probably never would have come up with on my own. So I got a lot of good things to say about the system that Clay put in place with us, and it's just been an incredible experience. I am very glad that we met and had the opportunity to work with Clay. So the interaction with the team and with Clay on a weekly basis is honestly very enlightening. One of the things that I love about Clay's perspective on things is that he doesn't come from my industry. He's not somebody who's in the home building industry. I've listened to all the experts in my field. Our company has paid for me to go to seminars, international builder shows, all kinds of places where I've had the opportunity to learn from the experts in my industry. But the thing that I found working with Clay is that he comes from such a broad spectrum of working with so many different types of businesses that he has a perspective that's difficult for me to gain because I get so entrenched in what I do, I'm not paying attention to what other leading industry experts are doing, and Clay really brings that perspective for me. It is very valuable time every week when I get that hour with him. From my perspective, the reason that any business owner who's thinking about hooking up with Thrive needs to definitely consider it is because the results that we've gotten in a very short period of time are honestly monumental. It has really exceeded my wildest expectation of what he might be able to do. I came in skeptical because I'm very pragmatic, and as I've gone through the process over just a few months, I've realized it's probably one of the best moves we've ever made. I think a lot of people probably feel like they don't need a business or marketing consultant because they maybe are a little bit prideful and like to think they know everything. I know that's how I felt coming in. I mean, we're a big company that's definitely one of the largest in town. And so we kind of felt like we knew what we were doing. And I think for a lot of people, they let their ego get in the way of listening to somebody that might have a better or different perspective than theirs. I would just really encourage you, if you're thinking about working with Clay, I mean, the thing is, it's month to month. Go give it a try and see what happens. I think in the 35-year history of Shaw Homes, this is probably the best thing that's happened to us. And I know if you give them a shot, I think you'll feel the same way. I know for me, the thing I would have missed out on if I didn't work with Clay is I would have missed out on literally an 1,800% increase in our internet leads. Going from 10 a month to 180 a month, that would have been a huge financial decision to just decide not to give it a shot. I would absolutely recommend Clay Clark to anybody who's thinking about working with somebody in marketing. I would skip over anybody else you were thinking about, and I would go straight to Clay and his team. I guarantee you're not going to regret it because we sure haven't.
My name is Danielle Sprick, and I am the founder of D Sprick Realty Group here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. After being a stay-at-home mom for 12 years and my 3 kids started school and they were in school full-time, I was at a crossroads and trying to decide what do I want to do? My degree and my background is in education, but after being a mom and staying home and all of that, I just didn't have a passion for it like I once did. My husband suggested real estate. He's a home builder, so real estate and home building go hand in hand, and we just rolled with it. I love people, I love working with people, I love building relationships, but one thing that was really difficult for me was the business side of things. The processes and the advertising and marketing. I knew that I did not have what I needed to make that what it should be. So I reached out to Clay at that time, and he and his team have been extremely instrumental in helping us build our brand, help market our business, our agents, the homes that we represent. Everything that we do is a direct line from Clay and his team and all that they've done for us. We launched our brokerage, our real estate brokerage, 8 months ago. And in that time, we've gone from myself and one other agent to just this week, we signed on our 16th agent. We have been blessed with the fact that we right now have just over 10 million in pending transactions. 3 years ago, I never would have even imagined that I would be in this role that I'm in today, building a business, having 16 agents. But I have to give credit where credit's due, and Clay and his team and the business coaching that they've offered us has been huge. It's been instrumental in what we're doing. Don't ever limit your vision. When you dream big, big things happen.
I started a business because I couldn't work for anyone else. I do things my way, I do what I think is in the best interest of the patient. I don't answer to insurance companies. I don't answer to large corporate organizations. I answer to my patient, and that's it. My thought when I opened my clinic was I can do this all myself. I don't need additional outside help in many ways. I went to medical school. I can figure this out. But it was a very, very steep learning curve. Within the first 6 months of opening my clinic, I had a $63,000 embezzlement. I lost multiple employees. Clay helped us weather the storm of some of the things that are just a lot of people experience, especially in the medical world. He was instrumental in helping with the specific written business plan. He's been instrumental in hiring good quality employees, using the processes that he outlines for getting in good talent, which is extremely difficult. He helped me in securing the business loans. He helped me with web development and search engine optimization. We've been able to really keep a steady stream of clients coming in because they found us on the web. With everything that I encountered, everything that I experienced, I quickly learned it is worth every penny to have someone in your team that can walk you through and even avoid some of the pitfalls that are almost invariable in starting your own business. I'm Dr. Chad Edwards, and I own Revolution Health and Wellness Clinic.
JT, do you know what time it is?
4:10.
It's Tebow time in Tulsa, Jerusalem, baby. Tim Tebow is coming to Tulsa, Oklahoma, June 27th and 28th. We've been doing business conferences here since 2005. I've been hosting business conferences since 2005. What year were you born?
1995.
Dude, I've been hosting business conferences since you were 10 years old, but I've never had the two-time Heisman Award-winning Tim Tebow come present. And a lot of people, have followed Tim Tebow's football career on the field and off the field. And off the field, the guy's been just as successful as he has been on the field. Now, the big question is, JT, how does he do it?
Well, they're going to have to come and find out because I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying, Tim Tebow's going to teach us how he organizes his day, how he organizes his life, how he's proactive with his faith, his family, his finances. He's going to walk us through his mindset that he brings into the gym, into business. It is going to be a blasty blast in Tulsa, Jerusalem. Also, this is the first Thrive Time Show event that we've had where we're going to have a man who has built a $100 million net worth.
Wow.
Who'll be presenting. Now, we've had a couple presenters that have had $1 billion net worth in some like real estate sort of things.
Yeah.
But this is the first time we've had a guy who's built a service business, and he's built over $100 million net worth in the service business. It's the yacht driving, multi-state living guru of franchising. Peter Taunton will be in the house. This is the founder of Snap Fitness, the guy behind 9 Round Boxing. He's going to be here in Tulsa, Jerusalem, Oklahoma, June 27th and 28th. JT, why should everybody want to hear what Peter Taunton has to say?
Oh, because he's incredible. He's just a fountain of knowledge. He is awesome. He has inspired me listening to him talk. And not only that, he also has, he practices what he teaches. So he's a real teacher. He's not a fake teacher like business school teachers. So you got to come learn from him.
Also, let me tell you this, folks. I don't want to get this wrong because if I get it wrong, someone's going to say, you screwed that up, buddy. So Michael Levine, this is Michael Levine. He's going to be coming. You say, who's Michael Levine? I don't want to get this wrong. This is the PR consultant of choice for Michael Jackson, for Prince, for Nike, for Charlton Heston, for Nancy Kerrigan, 34 Grammy Award winners, 43 New York Times best-selling authors he's represented, including pretty much everybody you know who's been a super celebrity. This is Michael Levine, a good friend of mine. He's going to come and talk to you about personal branding and the mindset needed to be super successful. The lineup will continue to grow. We have hit Christian recording artist Colton Dixon in the house. Now, people say, Colton Dixon's in the house? Yes, Colton Dixon's in the house. So if you like top 40 Christian music, Colton Dixon's going to be in the house performing. The lineup will continue to grow each and every day. We're going to add more and more speakers to this all-star lineup. But I encourage everybody out there today, get those tickets today. Go to thrivetimeshow.com. Again, that's thrivetimeshow.com. And some people might be saying, well, how do I do it? What do I do? How does it work? You just go to thrivetimeshow.com. Let's go there now. We're feeling the flow. We're going to thrivetimeshow.com. Again, you just go to thrivetimeshow.com. You click on the business conferences button, and you click on the request tickets button right there. The way I do our conferences is we tell people it's $250 to get a ticket.
Yep.
Or whatever price that you can afford. And the reason why I do that is I grew up without money. JT, you're in the process of building a super successful company.
Yep.
Did you start out with $1 million in the bank account?
No, I did not. Nope, did not get any loans, nothing like that. Did not get an inheritance from parents or anything like that. I had to work for it, and I'm super grateful. I came to a business conference. That's actually how I met you, met Peter Taunton. I met all these people.
So if you're out there today and you want to come to our workshop, again, you just got to go to thrivetimeshow.com. You might say, well, when's it going to be? June 27th and 28th. You might say, well, who's speaking? We already covered that. You might say, where's it going to be? It's going to be in Tulsa, Jerusalem, Oklahoma. And so it says Tulsa, Jerusalem. I'm really trying to rebrand Tulsa as Tulsa, Jerusalem, sort of like the Jerusalem of America. But if you type in Thrive Time Show and Jinx, you can get a sneak peek or a look at our office facility. This is what it looks like. This is where you're headed. It's going to be a blasty blast. You can look inside, see the facility. We're going to have hundreds of entrepreneurs here. It is going to be packed. Now, for this particular event, folks, the seating is always limited because my facility isn't a limitless convention center. You're coming to my actual home office, and so it's going to be packed. So when? June 27th and 28th. Who? You're going to come. Who? You? I'm talking to you. You can just get your tickets right now at thrivetimeshow.com. And again, you can name your price. We tell people it's $250 or whatever price you can afford. And we do have some select VIP tickets, which gives you an access to meet some of the speakers and those sorts of things. And those tickets are $500. It's a 2-day interactive business workshop, over 20 hours of business training. We're going to give you a copy of my newest book, The Millionaire's Guide to Becoming Sustainably Rich. You're going to leave with a workbook. You're going to leave with everything you need to know to start and grow a super successful company. It's practical, it's actionable, and it's Tebow time right here in Tulsa, Jerusalem. Get those tickets today at thrivetimeshow.com. Again, that's thrivetimeshow.com.
Hello, I'm Michael Levine, and I'm talking to you right now from the center of Hollywood, California, where I have represented over the last 35 years 58 Academy Award winners, 34 Grammy Award winners, 43 New York Times bestsellers. I've represented a lot of major stars, and I've worked with a lot of major companies. And I think I've learned a few things about what makes them work and what makes them not work. Now, why would a man living in Hollywood, California, in the beautiful sunny weather of LA, come to Tulsa? Because last year I did it, and it was damn exciting. Clay Clark has put together an exceptional presentation, really life-changing, and I'm looking forward to seeing you then. I'm Michael Levine. I'll see you in Tulsa.
James, did I tell you my good friend John Lee Dumas is also joining us at the in-person 2-day interactive Thrive Time Show business workshop? That Tim Tebow and that Michael Levine will be at. Have I told you this?
You have not told me that.
Oh, he's coming all the way from Puerto Rico. This is John Lee Dumas, the host of the chart-topping EOFire.com podcast. He's absolutely a living legend. This guy started a podcast after wrapping up his service in the United States military, and he started recording this podcast daily in his home, to the point where he started interviewing big-time folks like Gary Vaynerchuk, like Tony Robbins, and he just kept interviewing bigger and bigger names, putting out shows day after day. And now he is the legendary host of the EO Fire podcast, and he's traveling all the way from Puerto Rico to Tulsa, Oklahoma to attend the in-person June 27th and 28th Thrive Time Show 2-day interactive business workshop. If you're out there today, folks, you've ever wanted to grow a podcast, a broadcast, you want to improve your marketing, if you've ever wanted to improve your marketing, your branding, if you've ever wanted to increase your sales, you want to come to the 2-day interactive June 27th and 28th Thrive Time Show business workshop featuring Tim Tebow, Michael Levine, John Lee Dumas, and countless big-time super successful entrepreneurs. It's going to be life-changing. Get your tickets right now at thrivetimeshow.com. James, what website is that?
thrivetimeshow.com.
James, one more time with more enthusiasm.
thrivetimeshow.com.
Everything rides on tonight. Even if I got 3 strikes, I'ma go for it. This moment, we own it. I'm not to be played with because it could get dangerous. See these people I ride with. This moment, we own it.
Thrive Time Show 2-day interactive business workshops are the world's highest rated and most reviewed business workshops because we teach you what you need to know to grow. you can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, and I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look them up and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you. And now you may be thinking, what does it actually cost to attend an in-person 2-day interactive Thrive Time Show business workshop? Well, good news. The tickets are $250 or whatever price that you can afford. What? Yes, they're $250 or whatever price you can afford. I grew up without money, and I know what it's like to live without money. So if you're out there today and you want to attend our in-person 2-day interactive business workshop, all you got to do is go to thrivetimeshow.com to request those tickets. And if you can't afford $250, we have scholarship pricing available to make it affordable for you.
I learned at the Academy, Kings Point in New York. Acta non verba. Watch what a person does, not what they say.
Whoa. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Robert Kiyosaki, the Rich Dad Radio Show. Today I'm broadcasting from Phoenix, Arizona, not Scottsdale, Arizona. They're close, but they're completely different worlds. And we have a special guest today. Definition of intelligence is if you agree with me, you're intelligent. And so this gentleman is very intelligent. I've done his show before also, but very seldom do you find somebody who lines up on all counts. And it's a Mr. Clay Clark. He's a friend of a good friend, Eric Trump. But we're also talking about money, bricks, and how screwed up the world can get in a few and a half hour. So Clay Clark is a very intelligent man, and there's so many ways we could take this thing. But I thought, since you and Eric are close, Trump, what were you saying about what Trump can't, what Donald, who's my age, and I can say or cannot say?
Well, I have to, first of all, I have to honor you, sir. I want to show you what I did to one of your books here. There's a guy by the name of Jeremy Thorne, who was my boss at the time. I was 19 years old, working at Faith Highway. I had a job at Applebee's, Target, and DirecTV. And he said, have you read this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad? And I said, no. And my father, may he rest in peace, he didn't know these financial principles. So I started reading all of your books and really devouring your books. And I went from being an employee to self-employed, to the business owner, to the investor. And I owe a lot of that to you. And I just wanted to take a moment to tell you, thank you so much for allowing me to achieve success. And then I'll tell you all about Eric Trump. But I just want to tell you, thank you, sir, for changing my life.
But not only that, Clay, thank you, but you become an influencer. More than anything else, you've evolved into an influencer where your word has more and more power. So that's why I congratulate you on becoming. Because as you know, there's a lot of fake influencers out there too, or bad influencers.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm glad you and I agree so much, and thanks for reading my books.
Yeah.
That's the greatest thrill for me today. Not a thrill, but recognition is when people, young men especially, come up and say, I read your book, changed my life, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this.
I learned at the Academy, Kings Point in New York, acta non verba. Watch what a person does, not what they say.
Whoa! Hey, I'm Ryan Wimpy. I'm originally from Tulsa, born and raised here. I went to a small private liberal arts college and got a degree in business, and I didn't learn anything like they're teaching here. I didn't learn linear workflows. I learned stuff that I'm not using, and I haven't been using for the last 9 years. So what they're teaching here is actually way better than what I got at business school. And I went what was actually ranked as a very good business school. The linear workflow for us and getting everything out on paper and documented is really important. Like we have workflows that are kind of all over the place, so having linear workflow and seeing that mapped out on multiple different boards is pretty awesome. That's really helpful for me. The atmosphere here is awesome. I definitely just stared at the walls figuring out how to make my facility look like this place. This place rocks. It's invigorating. The walls are super, it's just very cool. The atmosphere is cool. The people are nice. It's a pretty cool place to be. Very good learning atmosphere. I literally want to model it and steal everything that's here at this facility and basically create it just on our business side.
Once I saw what they were doing, I knew I had to get here at the conference. This is probably the best conference or seminar I've ever been to in over 30 years in business.
You're not bored. You're awake, alive the whole time. It's not pushy. They don't try to sell you a bunch of things.
I was looking to learn how to just get control of my life, my schedule, and just get control of the business.
Planning your time, breaking it all down, making time for the F6 in your life, and just really implementing it and sticking with the program.
It's really lively. They're pretty friendly, helpful, very welcoming.
I attended a conference a couple months back, and it was really the best business conference I've ever attended.
At the workshop, I learned a lot about time management, really prioritizing what's the most important.
Biggest takeaways are, you want to take a step-by-step approach to your business. Whether it's marketing, what are those 3 marketing tools that you want to use, to human resources.
Some of the most successful people and successful businesses in this town, their owners were here today because they wanted to know more from Clay, and I found that to be kind of fascinating.
The most valuable thing that I've learned is diligence. That businesses don't change overnight. It takes time and effort, and you got to go through the ups and downs of getting it to where you want to go.
He actually gives you the roadmap out. I was stuck, didn't know what to do, and he gave me the roadmap out step by step.
We've set up systems in the business that make my life much easier, allow me some time freedom.
Here you can ask any question you want. They guarantee it'll be answered.
This conference motivates me and also give me a lot of knowledge and tools.
It's up to you to do it. Everybody can do these things. There's stuff that everybody knows, but if you don't do it, nobody else can do it for you.
I can see the marketing working, and it's just an approach that makes sense.
Probably the most notable thing is just the income increase that we've had.
Everyone's super fun, it's super motivating. I've been here before, but I'm back again because it motivates me.
Your competition's going to come eventually, or try to pick up these tactics. So if you don't, somebody else will.
I'm Rachel with Tip Top Canine, and we just want to give a huge thank you to Clay and Vanessa Clark.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan with Tip Top Canine. Just want to say a big thank you to Thrive 15. Thank you to Make Your Life Epic. We love you guys, we appreciate you, and really just appreciate how far you've taken us.
This is our old house, right? This is where we used to live a few years ago. This is our old neighborhood. See? It's nice, right?
So this is my old van and our old school marketing, and this is our old team. And by team, I mean it's me and another guy.
This is our new house with our new neighborhood.
This is our new van with our new marketing, and this is our new team. We went from 4 to 14, and I took this beautiful photo. We worked with several different business coaches in the past, and they were all about helping Ryan sell better and just teaching sales, which is awesome, but Ryan is a really great salesman. So we didn't need that. We needed somebody to help us get everything that was in his head out into systems, into manuals and scripts, and actually build a team. So now that we have systems in place, we've gone from 1 to 10 locations in only a year.
In October 2016, we grossed 13 grand for the whole month. Right now it's 2018, the month of October. It's only the 22nd. We've already grossed a little over 50 grand for the whole month, and we still have time to go. We're just thankful for you, thankful for Thrive and your mentorship, and we're really thankful that you guys have helped us to grow a business that we run now instead of the business running us. Just thank you times 1,000.
So we really just want to thank you, Clay, and thank you, Vanessa, for everything you've done, everything you've helped us with. We love you guys.
If you decide to not attend the Thrive Time workshop, you're missing out on a great opportunity.
The atmosphere of Clay's office is very lively. You can feel the energy as soon as you walk through the door, and it really got me and my team very excited.
If you decide not to come, you're missing out on an opportunity to grow your business. Bottom line.
Love the environment. I love the way that Clay presents and teaches. It's a way that not only allows me to comprehend what's going on, but he explains it in a way to where it just makes sense.
The SEO optimization, branding, marketing. I've learned more in the last 2 days than I have the entire 4 years of college.
The most valuable thing that I've learned, marketing is key. Marketing is everything.
Making sure that you're branded accurately and clearly. How to grow our business using Google reviews, and then just how to optimize our name through our website also.
Helpful with a lot of marketing, search engine optimization, helping us really rank high in Google.
The biggest thing I needed to learn was how to build my foundation, how to systemize everything and optimize everything, build my SEO.
How to become more organized, more efficient.
How to make sure the business is really there to serve me as opposed to me constantly being there for the business.
New ways of advertising my business as well as recruiting new employees.
Group interviews, number one. Before we felt like we were held hostage by our employees. Group interviews has completely eliminated that because you're able to really find the people that would really be the best fit.
Hands-on how to hire people, how to deal with human resources, a lot about marketing, and overall just how to structure the business, how it works for me, and also then how that can translate into working better for my clients.
The most valuable thing I've learned here is time management.
I like the 1 hour of doing your business is real critical if I'm going to grow and change.
Clay really teaches you how to navigate through those things and not only find freedom, but find your purpose in your business and find the purposes for all those other people that directly affect your business as well.
Everybody.
Everyone
needs to attend the conference because you get an opportunity to see that it's real.